the world holds its breath. Here, in the heart of California's Sierra Nevada, a profound stillness reigns. Before the sun graces the horizon, there is only a deep, velvety darkness. The air is crisp, carrying the scent of pine and cold stone. It is a silence that is not empty, but full of anticipation. The landscape waits. The creatures of the night are retreating to their dens, their soft footfalls fading into the quiet. A gentle breeze, a mere whisper, stirs the highest branches of the ancient sequoias, a sound almost too subtle for the human ear. It is the first note in a grand symphony that is about to begin. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, a change begins. A faint ethereal glow appears on the eastern rim of the world. It is not yet light, but the promise of it. The sharp, jagged silhouettes of the granite peaks begin to separate themselves from the inky sky. The stars, which have shone with such fierce intensity all night, start to dim one by one, as if bowing to a greater power. This is the moment of transition. It is a sacred time in Yosemite, when the veil between night and day is at its thinnest, and the park reveals its most ancient and mysterious character. The world is being reborn. Then it happens. The first ray of sunlight breaks free. It slices through the cold air, a brilliant spear of gold, and strikes the magnificent face of Half Dome. The granite monolith, which was a moment ago a dark and brooding shape, is suddenly set ablaze. It glows with an inner fire, a spectacular fleeting blush of pink and orange. This is the park's daily miracle. The light spills downwards, cascading into the valley below, chasing away the long, deep shadows. The darkness recedes, and the full, breathtaking scale of Yosemite Valley is unveiled in a slow, dramatic revelation. The new day has truly arrived. The air begins to warm, and with it the park awakens. The first calls of birds echo through the pines, tentative at first, then building into a confident chorus. A distant rumble can be heard, the constant, powerful voice of Yosemite Falls, a sound that has never ceased. The world is stirring. For the wildlife that calls this place home, the arrival of the light signals the start of another day of survival. It is a day of searching for food, of avoiding danger, and of raising the next generation in this majestic yet unforgiving paradise. The great drama of life is set to unfold once more. We stand in the presence of giants. These are not living things, but they possess a life force all their own. The granite cliffs of Yosemite rise from the valley floor like ancient gods. They are immense, sheer, and utterly uncompromising. El Capitan, a single formidable block of stone, commands the western end of the valley. Its face is a complex map of cracks, ledges, and fissures, each one a story of immense geological pressure and the slow, patient work of time. The sun carves sharp lines of light and shadow across its surface, creating a high-contrast display that changes with every passing hour. It is a fortress of rock, a silent witness to millennia of change. These mountains were born of fire and sculpted by ice. Deep beneath the earth, molten rock cooled slowly, forming this incredibly hard granite. Then, great rivers of ice, glaciers of unimaginable size and power, carved their way through the landscape. They plucked and scraped, grinding the rock, shaping the V-shaped river canyons into the distinctive U-shaped valley we see today. You can almost feel the immense weight of the ice, hear the groan and crack as it moved, inch by inch, over thousands of years. The sheer, polished faces of the cliffs are the scars left behind by this colossal force of nature. Looking up at these sentinels, one feels incredibly small. The scale is difficult for the mind to comprehend. Clouds drift past the peaks, momentarily obscuring them, adding to their mystique. The wind, funneled by the valley walls, whispers and howls around the rock faces. It is a lonely, elemental sound, the voice of the stone itself. These cliffs are not merely a backdrop, they are the very bones of Yosemite. They dictate the flow of water, the direction of the wind, and the life that can exist in their formidable shadows. They are the silent, unmoving rulers of this kingdom. Despite their barren appearance, the cliffs are not without life. Hardy lichens in vibrant shades of green and orange cling to the rock, slowly breaking it down. In the high crevices, resilient conifers find a precarious foothold, their twisted forms a testament to their struggle against the elements. Peregrine falcons nest on inaccessible ledges, masters of this vertical world, launching themselves into the void with breathtaking speed. Life, in its most tenacious forms, finds a way to survive even here, in this stark and imposing kingdom of stone. Descending from the harsh world of granite, we enter another realm entirely. The Yosemite Valley floor is a sanctuary of softness and life. It is a wide, flat expanse of lush meadows and serene forests, cradled between the towering cliffs. The air here is gentler, filled with the scent of damp earth, wildflowers, and the sweet perfume of pine needles warmed by the sun. The Merced River, the lifeblood of the valley, meanders peacefully through this green carpet. Its waters are crystal clear, reflecting the blue sky and the granite giants that stand guard on all sides. It is a world of gentle curves and soft textures, a stark contrast to the sharp angles of the stone above. This is a place of abundance. The rich, fertile soil, deposited over millennia by the river, supports a vibrant community of plants. Tall grasses wave in the gentle breeze, shimmering like a sea of green and gold. In spring and early summer, the meadows are transformed into a painter's palette, dotted with the brilliant colors of lupine, poppies, and Indian paintbrush. These open spaces are crucial for the park's larger inhabitants. They are the grazing grounds, the hunting territories, and the meeting places for a diverse array of wildlife. The valley floor is the beating heart of Yosemite, a place of nourishment and renewal. The sounds of the valley are a symphony of life. The constant murmur of the river provides a soothing bass note. The rustle of leaves in the cottonwood trees sounds like a gentle applause. From the grasses comes the incessant, cheerful chirping of insects. A woodpecker drums a steady rhythm on a dead tree, its work echoing through the quiet dancerstiles, danger, denser quartenstein, suicide by embroidered, equine whitewoods. Occasionally, the peaceful atmosphere is broken by the splash of a fish in the river or the distant call of a coyote. Every sound tells a story, a small part of the intricate web of life that is woven together in this fertile basin. Here, the daily drama of survival plays out in a gentler, more subtle way. A mule deer doe, her large ears swiveling to catch the faintest sound, cautiously leads her fawn to the river's edge for a drink. They are alert, ever watchful, for danger can appear without warning. A squirrel scurries up a tree, its cheeks bulging with acorns, frantically preparing for the lean months of winter. Life here may seem idyllic, but the fundamental rules of nature still apply. Every creature must find food, avoid becoming food, and ensure the continuation of its species within this green and pleasant land. We step out of the bright meadow and into the cool, dim light of the forest. The air changes immediately, it becomes cooler, heavier, and smells richly of pine resin and decaying leaves. The sunlight struggles to penetrate the dense canopy above, filtering down in shifting, dappled patches on the forest floor. It is a quiet, contemplative world. Our footsteps are muffled by a thick carpet of fallen needles. The towering trunks of ponderosa pines and incense cedars rise around us like the pillars of a vast natural cathedral. There is a sense of immense age and wisdom in these woods. The forest is a complex, living community. The trees are not just individuals standing side by side. They are connected. Beneath the ground, their roots intertwine, sometimes forming vast networks that can share nutrients and even send warning signals to one another. Fungi form a symbiotic relationship with the roots, helping the trees absorb water and minerals in exchange for sugars. The forest floor is a world of its own, a busy hub of decomposition where fallen logs and leaves are broken down by insects, bacteria, and fungi, returning their vital nutrients to the soil to be used again. And then, there are the true giants. the Mariposa Grove of giant sequoias. To stand at the base of one of these ancient beings is a humbling experience. Their immense, reddish-brown trunks, scarred by fire and time, soar hundreds of feet into the sky. They are the largest living things on Earth. Some have been standing here for over 2,000 years. They have witnessed the changing of seasons, the rise and fall of human civilizations, and countless forest fires. Their thick, fibrous bark protects them from the flames, allowing them to survive fires that would destroy other trees. They are living monuments to resilience and endurance. The forest is alive with sound, but you must listen carefully to hear it. The soft sigh of the wind through the high branches is a constant companion. A Steller's jay, a flash of brilliant blue, lets out a harsh, scolding call from a high perch. The quiet is punctuated by the snap of a twig underfoot, a sound that could signal the approach of a deer or something much larger. Every rustle in the undergrowth holds a hint of suspense. The forest keeps its secrets well. It is a place of deep shadows and hidden life where the stories of survival are whispered on the wind. Suddenly, the meadow is no longer just a peaceful landscape. A new presence has arrived, one that, well, commands immediate respect. A large American black bear emerges from the tree line. It moves with a surprising grace, its powerful muscular body rolling with each step. The sun gleams on its thick, dark coat. Despite its size, it seems to flow over the ground, silent and purposeful. All other activity in the meadow seems to pause. The grazing deer have long since melted back into the woods. The birds fall silent. The bear is the undisputed monarch of this domain, and its presence changes everything. This individual is on a mission. Its life is governed by an endless search for calories. Bears must consume thousands of calories a day, especially in late summer and autumn, to build up the fat reserves needed to survive the long winter hibernation. Its powerful sense of smell, far more acute than our own, guides it. The bear lowers its great head, sniffing the ground, its nose twitching as it reads the, complex scent map of the meadow. It is searching for berries, roots, insects, or perhaps the remains of a carcass. Every potential source of food is investigated with intense focus. The bear is a marvel of adaptation. Though classified as a carnivore, its diet is overwhelmingly vegetarian. Its teeth are adapted for grinding tough plant matter, and its long, curved claws, so useful for tearing into logs in search of grubs, are equally adept at digging for roots. It is an opportunist, a generalist, which is the key to its success. In a world of seasonal change, the ability to switch food sources is vital. The bear's a master of making a living in Yosemite, its life a finely tuned dance with the changing availability of resources throughout the year. For a moment, the bear pauses. It lifts its head and sniffs the air, testing the breeze for any sign of danger or opportunity. Its small, dark eyes seem to miss nothing. There is a deep intelligence there, a quiet confidence born of power and a profound understanding of its environment. Then, satisfied, it lowers its head and continues its patient foraging. Watching this magnificent animal is honestly a privilege. It is a powerful reminder of the wild, untamed spirit of Yosemite, a spirit that endures despite the millions of people who visit its home each year. Water is, the life force of Yosemite, the sculptor and the sustainer. Its journey begins high above the valley, in the frozen heart of the mountains. Winter snowpack, meters deep, acts as a vast natural reservoir. When spring arrives, the great melt begins. Sunlight and warmer air start to transform this solid world of white into a liquid one. Trickles become streams, and streams join to form rushing torrents. This is the park's great awakening, a powerful and dramatic release of energy that cascades down the mountainsides, feeding the rivers and falls that give Yosemite its voice. The waterfalls are at their most spectacular during this time. Yosemite Falls, one of the tallest in North America, becomes a thunderous behemoth. You can hear its roar from miles away. A colossal plume of white water plunges thousands of feet, crashing onto the rocks below with incredible force. The spray creates a perpetual rainstorm at its base, nourishing a lush garden of ferns and mosses. The sheer power is mesmerizing. It is a raw, elemental display of gravity and water, a reminder of the relentless forces that have shaped this landscape. The ground itself seems to tremble with the impact. Further down, this wild energy tames. The water gathers in the Merced River, which flows with a serene grace through the valley floor. Its journey is now a peaceful one. The river's surface acts as a perfect mirror, reflecting the granite cliffs and the deep blue sky, creating a breathtaking, symmetrical world. In the shallows, the water is so clear you can count every polished stone on the riverbed. This is the same water that began as snow and ice, the same water that roared over the falls. Here, it offers a place of quiet reflection, a vital source of water for all the valley's inhabitants. But the water's work is never done. Even in its placid state, the river is still shaping the land. It carries fine sediment, the ground-down rock from the mountains, and deposits it along its banks, enriching the soil of the meadows. Over time, it changes its course, carving new channels and creating oxbow lakes. The dance of water, from frozen snow to thunderous fall to tranquil river, is the continuous, life-giving pulse of Yosemite. It is a cycle of transformation that has been repeating for millennia, and will continue for millennia to come. Look to the skies, for another world of survival unfolds above the granite and pines. Yosemite's air is rarely empty. It is a stage for a constant, graceful ballet performed by its winged residents. The most dramatic performers are the birds of prey. A red-tailed hawk circles high above the valley floor, riding the thermal updrafts with effortless skill. It barely moves its wings, simply tilting them to steer as it scans the meadow below with vision far sharper than our own. It is a patient hunter waiting for the perfect moment, for the slightest movement in the grass that will betray the presence of a mouse or a vole. In the forest, the performance is more intimate. A tiny Anna's hummingbird, a jewel of iridescent green and red, hovers before a wildflower. Its wings beat in a blur, a sound like a tiny engine, as it sips nectar with its long, delicate beak. This creature lives its life at an incredible pace, its heart beating over 1,000 times a minute. To survive the cold mountain nights, it must enter a state of torpor, a short-term hibernation where its metabolism slows dramatically. It is a life lived on the very edge, a constant race to consume enough energy to fuel its high-speed existence. The ultimate aerialist is the peregrine falcon. It nests on the highest, most inaccessible ledges of the Great Cliffs, a true master of the vertical world. From its lofty perch, it watches the sky for other birds. When it spots its prey, it launches into a spectacular dive, or stoop. Tucking its wings, it transforms into a living missile, reaching speeds of over 200 miles per hour. The sheer velocity is breathtaking. The falcon is a marvel of aerodynamic engineering, a predator perfectly adapted to this environment of vast open spaces and towering rock faces. Its hunt is a fleeting, powerful drama against the immense backdrop of the sky. As dusk begins to fall, a different cast of performers takes to the air. Bats emerge from their roosts in caves and tree hollows, their dark, leathery wings fluttering silently against the fading light. They are the night shift, taking over from the birds. Using echolocation, a sophisticated form of natural sonar, they navigate the darkness and hunt for moths and other nocturnal insects. From the powerful hawk to the tiny hummingbird, and the silent bat, the air above Yosemite is a dynamic and competitive arena, where survival depends on speed, skill, and incredible feats of adaptation. Not all of Yosemite's predators are as visible as the bear or the falcon. In the deep shadows of the forest and the rocky terrain of the high country lives a much more elusive hunter. The mountain lion, also known as a cougar or puma, is the ghost of the Sierra. It is a creature of stealth and secrecy, a master of camouflage. With its tawny coat, it blends perfectly into the dried grasses and sun-dappled landscape. Many people can spend a lifetime exploring these mountains and never catch a glimpse of this magnificent, powerful cat. Yet, Its presence is felt. It is the apex predator, and its role is crucial to the health of the entire ecosystem. The mountain lion is built for silence and surprise. It has large, soft paws that allow it to move with absolute stealth over rock and through undergrowth. Its long, heavy tail acts as a counterbalance, giving it incredible agility and balance when navigating difficult terrain or pursuing prey. It does not chase its quarry over long distances. Instead, it relies on a patient stalk, using every rock and tree for cover, inching closer and closer until it is within striking range. The final attack is a short, explosive burst of power. It is an ambush hunter, a specialist in the art of the unseen. Its primary prey is the mule deer. By hunting the deer, the mountain lion plays a vital role in keeping the population healthy and in balance with the environment. It tends to take the old, the sick, or the unwary, a process that strengthens the deer herd over time. Its presence also alters the behavior of the deer, preventing them from overgrazing in any one area. This, in turn, affects the vegetation, the soil, and even the course of rivers. The mountain lion is a keystone species. Its influence ripples throughout the entire food web in ways that are both profound and complex. Seeing a mountain lion is a rare and unforgettable experience. It is a fleeting glimpse into the wildest heart of Yosemite. The sight of this powerful, solitary cat moving through its domain is a potent reminder that this is not just a park. It is a wilderness. It is a place where ancient dramas of predator and prey unfold every day, mostly unseen by human eyes. The silent hunter is a symbol of all that is untamed and mysterious in these mountains, a secretive presence that embodies the true, enduring spirit of the wild. As the sun sinks towards the western horizon, the light softens once more. The granite peaks that were set ablaze at dawn now catch the last warm rays of the evening. Long, deep blue shadows stretch across the valley floor, and a gentle coolness returns to the air. The day's frantic activity begins to subside. The birds sing their final evening songs before settling in for the night. A great horned owl calls from the deepening gloom of the forest, its resonant hoot heralding the changing of the guard. The creatures of the day retreat, and the creatures of the night begin to stir. This daily cycle of light and dark, of activity and rest, has been turning for an eternity. Yosemite is a place of immense timescales. The life of a human is but a fleeting moment compared to the age of the giant sequoias. The existence of the sequoias is but a blink of an eye in the long, slow story of the granite mountains themselves. To be here is to feel a connection to something ancient and enduring. It is a place that puts our own lives into perspective, reminding us that we are part of a much larger, much older story. The survival of this place is a testament to foresight. In 1864, this land was set aside, protected not for what could be taken from it, but for what it gives to the human spirit. It was a radical idea that some places are so magnificent, so precious, that they should be preserved for all time, for everyone. Today, Yosemite stands as a powerful symbol of conservation, a sanctuary not only for wildlife but for people seeking refuge, inspiration, and a connection to the natural world. It is a legacy of wonder that has been passed down through generations. Here, under the vast, star-filled sky, a profound peace settles over the land. The distant rumble of the falls, the whisper of the wind in the pines, the silent movement of a predator in the shadows. It is all part of a timeless harmony. Yosemite is more than just a collection of beautiful views. It is a living, breathing entity. It is a testament to the power of nature, the resilience of life, and the enduring beauty of our planet. It is a treasure, a place of awe and serenity that continues to inspire and humble all who walk within its grand granite embrace.